everybody. New month, new prompt, new meditation, visualization to get you going. This month, I'm going to give you abstract painters might like this, 3 tips, simple tips. We'll do a meditation on it. I'll share with you how I started painting, because some people think, especially if you're just starting abstract work, do I have to have an idea in my head? Absolutely not. I think painting, especially abstract painting in layers, which I do and have been for 3 decades, is very much like prose, poetry. 2, how do you get through that middle ground when you're not sure which way to go and it's looking awful? I like to call that the terrible teenage phase. And 3, what does it actually mean to finish a painting? Like, some people are really eluded by, is it done? I have no idea if it's done. And what you can do for yourself without having to look for the outer validation to really start trusting that number 3, is it done? Okay, so for all of you out there that do not know who I am, my name is Lauren Montacon from Montacon Studio. I just noticed I have paint on me. That's okay. From Montacon Studio, I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm a contemporary artist and educator and mentor who guides individuals into deeper and personal creative expression. I have been mentoring and painting for three decades, a little less with the mentoring part, from academia to private classes to workshops to online support. I am into the transformational art making. And what do I mean by transformational art making? In order to really dig in deep of what your own voice is, I believe there are practices and ways to develop a more intimate and close relationship to the work you make. Now, I personally came to art because of a spiritual exploration, and it's been a 30-year dialogue into the intuitive and the spiritual dimensions of creativity. And I support that and others, as well as technical to the psycho-spiritual. Okay. So back to 3 tips. Number 1, you don't need to have a plan. Just know that. You're using your imagination and you're doing what I call mucking about. I'll show you. And sometimes when you muck about, you're going to maybe notice that certain imagery comes back over and over. An example of it. Here's a painting I did, I don't know, 6, 7 months ago. I didn't even notice there's like an orb, a burst of light, and then these very structural, geometrical hard shapes. I was just mucking about the other day, and I wasn't even thinking about it. But here we have the burst of light and the structural lines. Stay with something long enough, do it again and again and again when you notice something like that. And it's a way to get to your personal voice. Just start paying attention to what it is you do over and over again. So the mucking about part, here I am. I'm not thinking. I'm just making lines. And I'm making lines till something maybe presents itself. For those of you that know me out there, I'm a big fan of the pastel and painting with it. So I'm going to do that till when? Till it's really looking ugly? Yes. Till it's feeling really good? Yes. That takes us to the middle painting. Here's a middle painting right here. Not sure what to do next because it could be kind of done, but you know it wants more, but you don't want to F it up. Well, I always say, number 2, go to the details, which is sort of like number 3 too, but I'll get to that. So just playing around, details till maybe something opens up in your mind, because it's like poetry. Abstract painting is like prose. You just move slow, because that middle ground, whatever is going on in our life, especially in abstract painting, is going to show up in the painting process. If I'm judging and critical of myself, I'm going to be judging and critical of my painting. If I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to let go and see what emerges, I believe in that till it gets to a point where it's almost done. And then your intellectual discernment and what you've learned in technique, what you've learned in painting does show up. So, number 2, I don't know where that's going yet, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think I might make these 2 triangles more pronounced. So when something like that happens, do it. Don't think about it too much. Do it. Because if it's really important, it will show up or come back anyway if you have painted over it. Okay. Number 3, I'm almost done. This painting right here, here's what I'm going to ask you all to do. You feel like your painting's done. You're not sure if it's done. Here's your tip. Put it somewhere where you see it before you go to sleep and when you first wake up, because there is a opening that happens. You're in between that dream world, and when we start waking up and criticizing ourselves and judging things, do that. And when it's no longer hungry, when it's no longer asking something of you, that's usually when it's done. So your prompt this month is to actually do that. Make a painting in a week. 1 week. Watch the mucking about process, making a mess till something hooks you in. Remember, it's a relationship between you and the painting. Notice if you repeated shapes from a previous painting. Maybe hold on to that and take it as far as you can. When it gets to that point when it feels like it's done, take it somewhere where you see it before you go to sleep and when you first wake up, and start asking it questions. Okay. Those are my 3 tips. I'm now going to, because this is what we do every month, you can stop the recording, come back to it, because this is now the meditation. Okay. So find yourself in a comfortable position, maybe feet on the ground, maybe you're laying down. We'll take some deep breaths together, breathing in, breathing out, all the way to your belly, breathing in, breathing out. And one more time. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay. In your mind's eye, if nothing comes, just stay with the feeling part. Perhaps you hear something, or you see something, or you just sense something. With your eyes closed, I want you to visualize an empty piece of, could be paper, canvas, or panel board in front of you. How big is it? Just take that in. And now, since we're in our imagination and we can do whatever we want, imagine you either have a paintbrush or pastel or some tool. Maybe it has color, maybe it's just a pencil, doesn't matter. And just start mark making in your mind's eye. don't want you to have to get so attached to what it feels like as something that it has to be. But I do want you to feel it. What feels good? Putting something in as a hard edge or something softer? Putting something in as a color? And if so, which color? Which shape? Are you on the top, the middle, or the bottom? Just take that in. Now bring your awareness as if we can fast forward a bit. Something is starting to emerge. Something is starting to take shape. I want you to ask the painting, as corny as it might be, what does it want to be? What are you? Are you an abstract landscape? Are you just geometrical forms? Are you just something minimal right in the middle? Do you have a message? Is there something you're about? Just take a moment to take that in. Now we're going to jump to the end. Your painting is presenting itself as finished. Yeah, it's done. It's no longer hungry. It no longer wants something else. If this painting has changed completely from what we began with in our imagination or where it was in the middle, that's okay. We get to do that. We get to conjure up and manifest anything we want in our mind's eye. So take that in. Done. Done piece. If you don't see anything, stay with the feeling. And now, maybe thank your process, thank yourself, thank your painting, and ever so gently wiggle your toes and your fingers. Slowly open your eyes. Okay. For the full written prompt, you can join my free newsletter. I don't do spam. I do send out musings, writings, blogs, upcoming workshops, upcoming online workshops. I'm dropping some new courses. So with that, be well, and I will see you all next month. Bye-bye.